Hello everyone. Today I wanted to record a detailed video of a full detail of my brother's KE70 Corolla, and from certain angles you can see on the boot lid here, on the roof and on the hood, a lot of water stains and slight oxidization of the paintwork. I'll just zoom in here. So if I move around the light, you can see all those water spots here. There's not too many scratches or swirls, just lots of dull paintwork and oil marks on the left quarter panel here. As you can see, there's quite a lot of oil fingerprints and such. So what I'll be using today for the detail, I just went out and purchased a few things. A Maguire's lamb's wool wash mitt is a really cool mitten. Obviously it goes over your hand like so. This is a full genuine lamb's wool wash mitt, really good for capturing the dirt. Nice and soft on your paintwork and great for that first initial wash. Maguire's Ultimate Wash and Wax car wash, Gurney pressure washer for rinse and soap wash. To the first initial wash, I'll be using this clay bar to remove the sediment inside the paint, which is all before I start my cut and polish and finally a wax. So all these materials here are what I'll be using: some microfiber towels, wash mitten, clay bar, 2 buckets of course, and yeah, it's all. So the first initial rinse is completed, and now I'll move on to the washing stage. Alrighty, so the whole car's just been cleaned with the lamb's wool mitten and the Maguire's wash and wax, and now I'll just do a quick rinse and then I can move on to the clay barring. Alright, so the car's had its rinse and now it will dry in preparation for the clay barring. For the drying process, I'm just going to use a normal microfiber towel. It's clean, brand new, and always remove the tag. Start with a wet towel. So the car is now clean and washed. Know that there's still fine pieces of sediment, sand, dust, grit, oil, anything stuck in the cracks and little scratches of the paint. And when you rub your hand on a dry surface of the paint, let's take the roof, you can feel it. Little bits of sediment. This paint's not bad, but it's quite, on the boot here it's quite bad. You can really feel it, it's really rough. So, this is where this guy comes in handy. There's a clay bar. I bought these from eBay, so they're quite cheap. They still do the same thing as an expensive pack, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm going to clay bar the whole car, and I'll just be using the wash and wax with some water and the sponge again, the mitten, sorry, as a lubricant for the clay, because you can buy special clay spray, but it's very expensive, and considering I've got to do the whole car, it didn't seem worth purchasing the expensive stuff, so I'm just going to do it another way, which is just as fine. Apply some form of lubrication to the clay bar, it should be good. So, here we go. My detailing clay here, and I've torn off residuals and put it into a sandwich bag. Spilled my fucking beer. Gonna wet the clay bar in the water with the soap. Knead it in, really wet the car, and then with your clay, start clay barring the entire panel. You can already start to see considerable amounts of dirt coming onto the clay bar, and that was just from just up there, so it's probably going to take a while. That's alright. A fair amount of dirt coming off the paint onto the clay bar, so now we continue on. From there to about there. Oh, look at that. Grotty car. Alright, so I've just completed claying the car. Took a lot longer than I thought. When I was claying, not a huge amount of dirt came up. Even on the roof it was quite clean. I'm just going to do one more final rinse until the polishing stage and a dry, and then it will be ready. Another fresh, clean microfiber towel. Fluoro green. Doesn't even look like it in the camera, but it is. This car is all dry, all clean, clay barred, ready for polishing, and feels really nice and smooth. This has all been clayed and washed, so gives you an indication of how bad the paint really is at the moment. Oxidized paint rather. Tomorrow, or in YouTube time, that'll probably be about in 2 seconds. See you later. Alrighty, new day, time to polish. Once again got my Kitten Liquid Cut and Polish compound. Give it a good shake. And I'm just using this good old orbital car waxer slash polisher. It reciprocates and it spins, so it's pretty safe, as you can see there. Got a wall pad ready to go. Okay, so once again just did about half the hood. You can see there, nice reflections. Alrighty, so I've just completed doing the roof now, which was the main spot of the car. Just came up very nice. So I'm just about to start the quarter panels on the doors, and obviously on the car there's the gold pinstriping. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tape up the areas that I don't want to polish over, like the trims and the little badge just there, and just the edge of the lights. Luckily for me, the masking tape is pretty much the exact same width as the pinstriping, so it was quite easy just to chuck it on. And so this left front quarter panel is very, very bad. It's probably the worst panel on the car. It's got a lot of oil marks. Bloody, I don't even know what that is. Scuff marks. Overspray dots. Just, and it's a shit. So yeah, here we go. So I've just sort of done this top section where it was really bad, and I managed to remove those stains and scuff marks or whatever they were, the paint marks, all the oil, fingerprints. It looks a lot better. So I've done the left hand panel, and starting on the right, once again just did the top part here. So now it's matching the bonnet and looking nice and even. Right panel is complete. Quite happy with how that turned out. There's a comparison. You can see. There's a door I haven't done. So the right door, driver's side door is complete. But before I move on to the next one, it's very common for cars to have scratches just underneath the door handle. So I just want to make a little video to show you how they can come out quite easily. All the scratches are gone. Yeah, boy. Alright, so I decided to wax the car now. It's pretty late at night. So yeah, what I used is just a normal foam applicator pad with the Kitten liquid polishing wax. Just an old rag that's clean to buff off wax. Alright, so as I'm waxing, I'm sure most people would agree, it's so much easier and better to just apply the wax in certain little locations. For example, from here above the strip and just up like that, instead of pouring it all over the entire car and then getting bored and frustrated and being like, oh, I missed the spot, blah, blah, blah. So it's way better to just choose a certain spot, whatever it may be, and do it one thing at a time. That way you can concentrate more on that particular spot and just make the result more